Well, so when I was 12, 13, like junior high, early high school, I started babysitting after school all the time. And I really loved it. It was fun to babysit younger kids or, essentially just kind of make sure they didn't, do anything crazy. And I got to help them with their homework and, we'd do games and fun things like that. But I think the reason I really loved it was because it was a very lucrative financial season, perhaps one of the most lucrative in my life. I always had money to buy clothes, and that was really fun. But I went through this big baking phase during that time, and I loved to make brownies and cookies, anything that involved mixing batter and putting it in the oven. I was a big fan of. So one day, we had the day off from school, and I was babysitting or keeping watch over Shelly, who was a younger girl. I think she might have been first or second grade. And we decided to make some chocolate chip cookies. I mean, this was something I did regularly. I was very careful in general, so it wasn't something my mom was ever too worried that I would mess up or worried at all about. So we mixed them up and we had a great time doing that. I preheated the oven. I put the cookies in. And about 10 minutes later, they were smelling amazing. And I was so excited. And the timer started going off. And instead of grabbing an oven mitt, I grabbed the nearest kitchen towel. I opened the oven, grabbed a pan out with the towel, and I remember just hearing this swooshing sound, like a I mean, it probably didn't sound quite like that, but it was the sound of fire. And I even felt the fire, kind of got two of my fingers really quick. I wasn't totally sure what all was on fire because it was happening so fast. So I threw the cookie sheet of cookies into the sink. That was really fun. And so all of our hard work just literally down the drain. And I realized the towel was still on fire. And in my moment of panic and foolishness, and forgetting all fire safety, I opened the garage door and threw the smoldering towel out into the garage. Smart, I know. And so I took Shelly out way to the other side, outside of the house, so she'd be very far away from anything, but I could still hear her. And then I, did the only thing I knew to do. I called 911. And I really don't remember what I said. I think I mumbled around a lot and I said, there's a towel and it's burning and I'm not sure what to do. I was just making cookies and I think you guys need to come. And the very, very kind dispatcher said, well, ma'am, have you tried pouring water on the towel? No, I hadn't tried that. Duh. So I went into the kitchen and got a pan of water and threw it on the towel. And guess what? The fire was gone. So despite a couple of, little burns on fingers and a smelly kitchen, everything was actually fine. And we continued to make more cookies. And I learned a few little lessons from that maybe if you think about this story can help you too. One is you can never be too careful. So I thought I knew everything about cooking, but apparently if you get in a hurry, you forget the things you know. So the other thing is, though, even when we make mistakes, like, I don't know, starting a kitchen fire, we don't get to run from those mistakes, right? So we have to use our brains to put out the fires as fast as we can. And if your brain really isn't working, ask for help. And make sure to take care of the people who might be in the path of the fire. So the most important thing, though, is after the fire is out, get back up because you can never give up on trying to bake amazing cookies. So that's my little word of the day. And hey, if you've ever had a crazy story like that happen in your world, I'd love to hear about it. This is an old song that I thought might go along with the cookie baking story. So here it is. I don't speak often 'cause I don't speak well. So every song I write has a story to tell of all I've learned living with myself. So these are my pearls of wisdom in a nutshell. Oh, you only live once, so you better think twice. This day will go before you know, so don't waste your time. And when you're standing on a cloud, or when you're falling on the ground, you better find something to sing about. Something to sing about. I don't know much, that much is true. My queries are endless, and my answers are few. But life has caused me to conclude I can face what I don't know by singing about what I do. Oh, you only live once, so you better think twice, 'cause this day will go before you know, so don't waste your time. And when you're lost inside yourself and you can't find your way out, you better find something to sing about. Oh, the world has a way of wearing you down, and time is not afraid to take its toll. But you can sing through anything as long as you know what awaits you at the end of the road, 'cause you only live once. Oh yeah, you only live once. Oh, you only live once, so you better think twice. This day will go before you know, so don't waste your time. And at the end of the day, when you lay your head down, you better find something to sing about. Something to sing about. Yeah. Something to sing about. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week and find lots to sing about.